What's going on, everyone? Welcome to EMGM Sports. It's the big talk. We got a Manchester United Arsenal preview right here. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy to say that I'm joined by some special guests today. As you already know, my boy Big A is in the building. Yeah.
Yes, what's
And
going
also,
on?
yes, man, we got a special guest today as well. I've got my long-term friend Napa. He's
Yeah,
with us.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I just want to say, listen, Napa. Before you come in, yeah, I just want to say something. Yeah, Napa. He's an Amazon bestseller. Yeah, I'm just gonna present his books right here. He's got this is one of his books, Becoming the CEO of Your Life, and he also released another book as well. Before that, it's called the Rent to Rent Blueprint. So I'm gonna leave all the I'm gonna leave all the details in the description, the links, his socials. So make sure you go check him out. You can learn a lot from Napa. Now, before we go into the match preview, Manchester.
Second one, bro.
Which one is that?
The rental and blueprint too.
Oh, you got another. Okay, you got another one. Yeah. Okay. My bad. I need to keep up. Man. You're writing too fast for me, bro. You're writing too fast,
He's
bro.
doing big things. He's doing big things, bro. He's doing big
He's doing
things.
big
He's leaving
things.
us behind.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, obviously we know. I know Napa is a big Arsenal fan, innit? So obviously that's the reason why we got him here. But before we get to that, Manchester United versus Arsenal, I just want to go back to Napa. And Napa, man, just introduce yourself to the audience. Let us know what you're all about, bro.
Yeah, bro. So as you said, fam, my name is Napa, from Islington, North London. So
Hey, boo.
through, bro, Arsenal through and through. So we can't take that away. Beside that, I'm also a entrepreneur, author. That's what I'm doing my thing. We're taking too much. Arsenal all the way, fam.
Good, man. Yeah, just I just want to get a bit more there. You say you're you're into property and stuff. How did you get into it in the first place?
So I got into property back in 20, you know. Because I've been looking for a hustle. What should I do? I wasn't really an employee type. I don't like working for people. I didn't like the restriction. So I was looking for a way out. Trying to see what can I do that will allow me to control my time and have the freedom that I wanted. And I started looking into different types of this. But the logistic of doing it, it just seems too intense for me to get into. And then when I looked into, like the list of like wealthy people, majority, had most of their wealth in real estate. Then I'm like, okay, why don't I just start a property business rather than starting something else and coming back into property, which most people tend to do. They'll go and start like another type of and then invest that profit into real estate in order to accumulate more growth or wealth, into the money. So I was like, into real estate. Once I've done my research, the simplicity of it is what attracted me. Is once you understand how it works, like for example, like I don't really do a lot. I have a lot of people that works for you, your solicitor, your broker, your builders. You just gotta be very good at managing people around you and calling them. So and also doing your due diligence on numbers. So I think that was one of the things that attracted me in the property space, and also the potential for money that you can also make. Because when you look into property, you get paid 3 times. So you've got your rental, you've got when you sell a property, you also got your equity growth. So once your property goes up in value, if you refinance it or sell it, pay that. Why not, a journey where multiple aspects of getting paid. So hence why I jumped into property, bro.
Yes, I hear that, Napa. Just before we continue, I just want you to just check your mic again. Make sure we're having some sound difficulties there. Just make sure that you're close enough to your mic so we can just get exactly what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, you've gone briefly into how you go into the property business, but when you got into it, was there a particular person that you looked up to, that you looked in up to, like to navigate you through the system, or was it just learning on a job?
So when, bro, in terms of like looking at people, anyone in my surrounding was doing that. It would be tapping into a new industry, a new circle, a new network, of like myself. And then once I got into that industry, then I started seeing that were doing it, and those become like the people I start tapping into. But in terms of where I'm from, anybody do it now, and then they couldn't really, trailblaze the path. So I had to, another network of people, and then those people would kind of guide, and then show me the route.
Yeah. Look, you've written 3 books. My bad in the beginning there. I thought you've only written 2. Obviously, I'm too slow. I need to catch up to you. You've written 3 books. What's been some of the challenges that you've had to overcome over the years to actually get in the position that you are currently right now?
What is that journal or in the book aspect?
So what'd you say?
I said, is that in general or?
Yeah, in general. I mean, in general, in the property, writing books and everything. What's been the most challenges that you faced so far?
So the challenge goes up in mental levels. So like the first challenge, is you break identifying yourself or what you're looking to do. So also that comes with a challenge to break away from the people you grew up with, because now you identify mindset is not the same. You're no longer serving each other. So in a way, certain people and certain friendship have to end. And so that was, and once you got into it, then another challenge, I didn't have money to do the stuff that I'm doing. So I have to find a way up. So I mean, lucky you. People have to in me in order for me to make money. And once I got money, and then it was also, going to another stage, growing to different. So as you grow, there's different challenges.
Yeah, sorry about that. We just had to pause for a sec there. Napa, I just want to come back. We was having a few sound issues there. I just want to come back to my question again. What was some of the most challenging situations that you faced coming up in the industry? Obviously, with writing your book, with the properties, everything in general.
Yeah, so as I was saying before, like when it comes on challenges, it comes on different levels. And at every level that you grow into, there's a different level of challenge. So obviously when I was starting out, everyone was rooting for you. Oh yeah, Napa, you can do this, you can do that. Considering how I started, when I got kicked out of my house, I was homeless, so that was my own personal challenges. Also, jumping into an industry I had no idea on how it functioned, that was another challenge. And then once you start growing within the business, obviously for you to be a great businessman, you have to also develop as a person. That's why I wrote, my third book, Becoming the CEO of Yourself. So
Absolutely.
as I start growing as a person, like people that, I grew up with, that, I had love for, some friends, some of the relationship has to come to an end, because now you're seeing that you're not really seeing eye to eye, because
Yep.
I'm going A, they're going B. I want to
Yep.
do A, they want to do B. So some relationship have to stall, some of them have to come, have to come to an end. Some of them want to put a full stop to it. So that was some of the challenges that you get to see. And then once you do that, and then our community, like some people, they will start seeing you start showing off, you start acting a certain way, but they're just not understanding that your direction of route has now
Yep.
completely changed. So that was one of the challenges that I faced. Another challenge was that when I started, I did not have the funds. I was literally piss poor. So going into that industry, wanting to make the most out of it, not having the money to do so, that was one of the biggest challenges. So, and then some people in the industry as well, once they see that what, this guy has talent, has the drive, he wants to do good, but he does not have the money. Some people can literally utilize that to their own benefit. And then since you're just, this kid's starting out, you want to make money, you're willing to kiss as many frogs as possible to make your dream come true. So once you start acknowledging that, I was like, what, I'm not gonna let my own sanity or my own ethics be bended in order for me just to get what I want to get. So once I start standing on my own, 2 feet, or believe in my own stance, and then that also pushed away some opportunities. Again, that was a challenge. And then once I start making money in the industry, you start growing. And then people that helped you, now you're becoming a threat to them. Does that make sense? You know, as
Yeah.
Robert Greene said, you know, you
Yeah.
never outshine your master. So once
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
start getting, you know, more accolades under your name, so they start seeing you as a threat, you know, and then that also brings a challenge. You know, for example, like my circumstance, there was even some rumors made up about me, you know, which I had to go and clear, which was not even true, but it was just a way for them to tarnish my name to see, you know, I was on the rise of what's coming up. And then another challenge is once you know you bypass that and then you start making money, you start living the lifestyle. Now, for my circumstances, I paused. You know what I'm trying to say? So rather than having that fire, that hunger, yeah, you know what? Let me go for more. I just start living the life. And then once you start living the life, a year or two gone by, you haven't done anything productive. Does that make sense? Then you have to come
Yeah.
back extra hard. You know,
Yeah.
things has
Yeah.
changed. So, you know, as you grow into your journey, there's definitely different challenges along the way, but you just have to be aware. You have to be conscious, knowing exactly what you're doing. And if you think, you know what, I need help either to get an accountability partner, by all means, go for it. If you need to get a business coach, by all means, go for it. Because by yourself, it's definitely one of the hardest things you can actually do. Because sometimes I'll wake up, I'm like, what am I going to do today? There's no structure because I control my own time. But if you have a 9 to 5, you know I get to work at 9, 11 o'clock, I got my break. I'll come back maybe by noon, then by 5, I'm out. And then once I get home, I hit the gym. I do this, I spend time with the kids, sleep, repeat. But once you're in my position where like you're on your own businesses, like, and especially when things are systemized where you don't really have to be fully involved, that could be another challenge where you think, you know what, I've got too much time in my hand. Am I not doing something that I'm meant to be doing? Where
Yeah.
am I failing? So it brings up a lot of questions within you. So as I said, bro, there's definitely a lot of challenges along the way, but you just have to be screwed on and embrace it, learn from them, move on.
100%.
Listen, yeah, listen, fascinating tales there from Napa. Listen, we're gonna leave the all the links, his social media, his books on Amazon. We're gonna leave the description, the links in the description. So make sure to check him out. Last one, Napa, just brief before we go into the football. You know, you do this, you've got these mentorship programs and stuff like that. You know, if any someone out there, any of the youngsters, anyone, it doesn't really matter the age, someone wants to come into the industry, how does your mentorship scheme programs work?
So like coming into property, right? You know, people think you need to have a lot of money to get started. As I mentioned earlier on, you know, I was homeless, I didn't have a place to stay, you know, and I was also jobless. But there are different strategies that allows you to get into property without needing a lot of money. And then even though you got poor credit, you know, there's still ways you can get in. Even though you're looking to buy a house, there's still different ways you can get in. But the key thing is having the right information, knowing exactly what you're doing. So that's what I do to help people to piece the puzzles in order for them to propel into the property journey. So yeah, if you want to get in touch with me, I'm sure you're gonna put my social media there. And if anyone got any question or they want to find out more how my mentoring works, you know, we can just discuss and see, you know, how we can take it forward.
Fantastic, fantastic. Listen, all the links will be put in the description, so make sure you go check that out. Now, this is the main event. Now, this is the part that we all came in here for. You know what I mean? I know Big Gay is there in the background. You know what I mean? He's thinking, listen, when am I coming in? This your big
Nah.
moment here. This is it for you. This is it, bro. This is it. Listen, let's get into it. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's get into it. Manchester United versus Arsenal tomorrow, Super Sunday, 4:30 kickoff at Old Trafford. Arsenal going for the title. Manchester City beat Fulham today 4-0 to take control of the title race. It's a must-win game for Arsenal at Old Trafford, but the only thing is they don't really have a good record. I think they've won only 2 games there in the last 16 years. Now, Big A, Manchester United have not been in the best possible form. Yeah, they lost 4-0 midweek against, I think, on Monday night against Crystal Palace. Absolute battered. They've got they've got injuries everywhere. Yeah, I think Fernandez is not coming back as well. No Rashford tomorrow. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow, Big A?
Oh, mate, I'm dreading that game, to be honest. For the first time in a long time, like I'm actually dreading that game because, like you said, Arsenal don't have a great record against us at OT, but they're going for the title. You know what I mean? We don't really have anything to play for, so maybe the energy levels won't be there. But then again, United are consistently inconsistent. They're a type of team where they can go and lose 4-0 to a Crystal Palace and have the media on their back and have, the fans on social media, calling them names left, right, and center. But all of a sudden, against one of the big guns, they show up. They may not win the game, but they might, nick a dodgy draw. Sorry,
Can
you
I
know what I
just
mean? I
come
hope
in?
they
Sorry,
stick.
Big A. Sorry, Big A. I'll just come in. I'll come in. I think the top out of the top 6 clubs, only Manchester City have beaten Manchester United at Old Trafford this season.
Well, there you go. Then well, there you go. It's just proving my point. Like, there's just something in you as a footballer, yeah. When you look at the calendar before the season starts, when are we playing against Liverpool? When are we playing against Arsenal, Chelsea? You know what I mean? Those are the games as a player that plays for Manchester United, you should be relishing to play against. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm not optimistic of the game. I'm hoping that they up their levels up and try to get us at least a draw. I don't wanna lose to Arsenal. You know what I mean? But like I said, credit to Arsenal in the position that they're at. You know what I mean? Challenging for the league title, going head to toe with Man City. If it was any other game, I'd be rooting for them. But this one, I just don't want to lose to them. So I'm gonna have to say it's gonna be a draw for me. I'm hoping.
Okay, yeah. Listen, I'm gonna go to Napa now. Napa, listen, Arsenal, you're going for the title. Is a must-win game. A draw does not do anything for you at all. Yeah. So, talk to us, man. How do Arsenal win this game? I mean, Manchester United are devastated. They've got injuries everywhere. How do Arsenal go about winning this game tomorrow at Old Trafford?
But do you know what? I think we might do well, Arsenal, because we got Timber back. He's back on form. I don't know if you guys seen his goal, on the under 21s game.
Yeah, I
He's
saw
back
that.
on form.
Yeah.
Partey's back on form. So, like I reckon, yeah, our central midfield is currently the best in the country. So having that intact, I think,
Well,
we're
hold
gonna do well.
on. They're better than Manchester City. Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Foden.
Bro, I reckon we got the best midfield right now. Rice, Partey, and Odegaard. That's the trio that's is doing it. But in
It's a good
terms of
trio.
like, but thinking on the mindset, yeah, um, of this game, like I don't know if the players might lose motivation. Looking at what City has done today against Fulham, they're also creeping up with the goal differences as well. Because thinking if they beat Tottenham and then they beat the last game, bro, it's gone. Does that make sense? So is it
Tottenham won't
like,
be doing you any favors.
bro? we know that for sure. So I don't know in terms of the mindset. Would that affect them? Would that not affect them? Would they still be thriving to go for it? So, but in terms of like 11 versus 11, I think Arsenal got a better squad. But I just think it's down to the mindset. Whether what City is doing could be demotivating to Arsenal players.
Yeah, definitely. Big A, listen, Eric Ten Hag is really struggled this season. He's got a
Yeah.
lot of injuries in his squad. Now, if you're the manager tomorrow, you're Eric Ten Hag. You've got, title chasing Arsenal coming to Old Trafford tomorrow. I mean, your squad is, decimated anyway. What are you telling the players in change rooms? What are you telling them? What they're going out there to do?
Well, you got to look at it like this. Do they really need
Big A,
much more?
Big A, Big
Yeah,
A. Just tell them going in. When you play Sunday League,
yeah.
it's about having fun. Go on and just have fun, bro.
No, listen,
And wait for that weekly paycheck.
listen.
Yeah,
Like I
Big A.
said before,
Big A. What I mean is, yeah, there's big motivations for Arsenal to go at Old Trafford and win that game. They're chasing the
absolutely,
top.
absolutely.
Manchester United top 4 is gone. Forget it. They might even miss out on the Europa Conference League altogether. What's the motivation for Manchester United to go out there to win that game?
Not to be the laughing stock in the country. You know what I mean? Who wants to be the laughing stock in the country? You've already got, Talk Sport, these so-called ex-pundits, talking badly about the manager, talking badly about certain players, saying that they should all go. At least have some dignity to, like, uplift your game as a professional football player. Understand the club you're playing for. Understand the magnitude of the game, because if we look back on it, Arsenal were our rivals back in the early 2000s. We was going head to toe with them for the league. You know what I mean? When they had the Patrick Vieira's, the Freddie Ljungbergs, and them guys there. You know what I mean? So we still relish, the rivalry. It hasn't died. You know what I mean? Any true Man United supporter will tell you we still want to beat Arsenal. You know what I mean? If we're facing them at their ground, forget it. Then we're not beating them at their ground, but we can't allow them to come to OT and give them a boost to win the league title. Like, come on, we have to like show a bit of pride. We did it against Man City when they were challenging for the league. We went to their ground, and Pogba got 2 goals, and we end up nicking a win there. You know what I mean? Not to say we're gonna win tomorrow, but we should up our game to the point where we show a bit of fight. We still have an FA Cup final to play for. None of these players that's going to start tomorrow that are guaranteed a starting spot in the FA Cup final match. So maybe this is another chance as well to show the manager that this guy still has a bit of fight left in him. You know what I mean? So, and it's like you said, Arsenal haven't beaten us in 16 years there. Even with the Joes days and the previous managers we
No,
had,
their,
we
their,
had.
their last win, no, their last win for Arsenal was in, I think during COVID. Obama Young scored a winner.
Yeah, but that don't count. I don't count that one. I don't count that one. I don't count that one. You know what I mean? If Arsenal fans gonna come to me about that one, nah, I'm not having that. Nah, come on. Everyone's taking the jabs and stuff. No one was in tip-top shape. Allow it, man.
So,
I'm not
so, so
having that
would
one.
so what would you say about Liverpool winning that Premiership then?
You
I'm not
don't
having that
count
either. I'm
it.
not having that either. I like Klopp as a manager, but I'm not having it. You know what I mean? I'm not having it. Like, come on, man. I'm not having it at all. I'm not having it. But no, look, I'm not trying to discredit anyone in it. You know what I mean? But like, I like it when the fans are there in the stadiums. Arsenal fans are there, Man United fans are there. That's when it means the most in it. When the fans wasn't there in that stadium, it just didn't feel right to me. You know what I mean? Just like, that's just my honest opinion. But in terms of the game tomorrow, I'm hoping the guys, like I said, they'll up their game and we can nick a dodgy draw or something. You know what I mean? Just as long as they don't lose, I'm happy.
Yeah, Napa, I'm gonna come to you in a sec. Big, I'm just gonna stick with you right now.
Yeah,
From a
yeah.
tactical battle on the pitch, where do you see Arsenal winning this game? I mean, where are the key parts of the game where Man United kind of have to make sure that Arsenal don't get stronghold in a game?
The midfield, it's the key. The key. Just like Napa pointed out, he said that they got the best midfield trio in the league. So we have got to find a way to try isolate them for at least 70, 80 minutes. You know what I mean? I know it sounds like a hard task to do, but Eric Ten Hag has got to learn from that Crystal Palace game that if you're losing 2-0, you've got to sharp shop. You've got to, bring an Amrabat on. You know what I mean? Try to get a hold of the game in midfield. Give your
But
team
Big
a
A, Big
chance.
A, sorry, not to kind of Big A, just to let you know, Burnley, who were relegated today, when they came at Old Trafford, they got 20 shots on goal against Onana. That was Burnley who just been relegated.
This is the thing. Like, you hope that Eric Ten Hag can learn from these things. He doesn't seem to be learning. But if there ever was a time for him to watch a game like a Burnley game, or to watch a game like a Crystal Palace game where they didn't perform at their best, it's now, because all eyes are going to be on that game, because everyone knows the magnitude of that game. We're not playing for something, but Arsenal are. You know what I mean? So they're looking at Eric Ten Hag like, come on, like step your game up as a coach. Like, where's the man management skills? Where is the formation? You know what I mean? Tactical genius. This is where he's got to. This is where you earn your money as a coach. As a manager, wherever you want to title him. This is where you earn your bread and butter. So show us that you can isolate Arsenal for at least 80 minutes. You know what I mean? Even if it means, going pragmatic, so be it. As long as you stop them from scoring. Because Arsenal are a team with the likes of Saka, Martinelli, who I like very much. If these guys get a sniff of goal, they're going to punish you. They're going to easily punish us, you know what I mean? And we don't have the best goalkeeper. He's got butterfingers, this guy. He really has, you know what I mean? So we have to be we have to protect Onana, protect the back four. He's got to pack that midfield tomorrow for me. If he does that, then we have a chance. But if he leaves it wide open, then mans will just skin past us, and we could be looking at early showers for some of these guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to. So I just want to come back to Napa now. Look, obviously, like you said before, Arsenal, have the best midfield in the land. Also, I just want to ask you, Napa, who do you think is the key player tomorrow in that game? I know you got a fantastic midfield, you got some fantastic players, your centre backs are fantastic, but who do you think is the key to unlocking those doors tomorrow for Arsenal?
Bro, do you know, like Big A said, yeah,
Mm.
for your man, whatever his name is, Eric Ten Hag, or what
He
his
doesn't
name
even
is.
know the name. Is that bad? Is that bad?
But he said about, my man to compact in the midfield, right? Bro, we got an Odegaard, bro. My man is like okra, slippery. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you need that fluidity in the midfield, and he gives Arsenal that. So he's like the engine, the heart of the team. So I reckon if Odegaard's on it, irrespective how compact your midfield is, and we got Saka, even Chelsea on the other side, man's doing this thing as well,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I even prefer Chelsea right now than Martinelli.
Mm.
So yeah, I just think in terms of like quality wise or position wise, Arsenal in a better position.
I just want to, Napa. I just want to ask you now, Big A, don't worry, you come in, but you've mentioned Odegaard there, Saka, but
Okra, you know Okra,
Okra.
innit? You
Who's
know
Okra?
Okra? Nah,
Who's Okra?
is a cool Okra. What you call that? Miss?
We,
Nah, what you
what are
call
you
that?
talking about? You talking about food or something?
The food there, the one that's like slippery.
Or is that
Ogwisi soup.
Odegaard? Yeah.
Dongo.
Ogwisi soup. Ogwisi soup.
Is
Ogwisi
that
soup. The
Odegaard? Yeah.
Nigerian one.
I haven't had the Nigerian one, but like Congolese one in the dongo. I don't know if you know
Yeah,
it.
he's
I know.
talking about
Yeah,
the greasy soup. Yeah,
Yeah, you know how slippery that shit is, bro. That's like Odegaard,
yeah.
fam. He can
Yeah.
penetrate.
Great player. I'm not disputing it. Great
Napa,
player.
I was gonna ask you. I was gonna come to you again. You've mentioned some good players there, but one player you haven't mentioned is Declan Rice. Listen, he came to Arsenal. Arsenal paid 100 million for him. Yeah, and obviously there was a lot of doubters. A lot of people in the media say, oh, he's not gonna, 100 million is too much for this defensive midfielder. What has been your assessment of Declan Rice this season?
But you know what, man, like Deck, fam, Basmatic, fam, he's doing his thing. Man's doing his thing, fam. Like even the 100 million, like Arsenal fans are saying that that's like half price. That's a steal. You know what I'm trying to say? He should have cost even more than that. But with Partey, the freedom that he allows Rice to have, bro, you can't compare that to anything. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I reckon if Partey stays fit next season, Rice and Odegaard can even get more goals. Because when they go up front, it's a massive threat. So with Rice, bro, he's definitely one to keep an eye on.
Big A, how impressed have you been with Declan Rice?
He's like he said, man. You know what I mean? It's a steal at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I think he's a good player. You know what I mean? I have to be honest. I think Arsenal fans kind of overrate him a bit, but I do think he's a good player, and he's been a good addition to the Arsenal team. He really has. It's like he said. I'm willing to see him and Partey a bit more because Partey's been injured. For the beginning of the season, wasn't he? He wasn't really there, wasn't he? Yeah. So if them two, obviously they're gelling quite well, but if they can stay fit for the whole season next year, I
But
agree with
that's
Nav. I think they
dangerous,
can.
bro.
Yeah, I think they can get a lot of goals because Arsenal, they're a team. They score freely anyway. But imagine if they can get more, adding more, they can beat teams easily like 6-7-0 easily. You know what I mean?
I reckon we just need a consistent goal scorer, the one that can just like
I
like
agree
a
with that.
Haaland. He
I
may
agree.
not contribute to the game here, but he's guaranteeing you like 3-4 goals a game.
So
You know what I'm trying
let
to
me ask
say?
you this now, Pone. So Jesus. So should he go?
But I'll give it. You know what? I wouldn't get. I'll keep him as a squad player.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because when he comes in, like those trickery, those like sometimes is needed
Yeah.
because he brings a bit of creativity. But in terms of like my first, first man squad, I wouldn't. Zinchenko, I'm definitely giving. I'm gonna get. I don't even know why Arteta bought him. I'm definitely gonna get rid of him. But Harvard, fam, you know what? Yeah, he used to give me a bro. Can we swear? Can we not swear? But bro,
Oh,
Harvard,
Keep it
yeah,
PG. Keep it PG. Keep it PG, man.
fam, nah, bro. Like, but you know what? I'm gonna rate him for he's the definition of in life there's evolution. Once
yeah,
you look at him,
yeah,
wait, as a business person, he inspires me. You know what I mean? Proving the odds wrong. You know what I
absolutely,
mean?
yeah. That's the best
But
way. Yeah, that's the best way to describe him. Yeah,
but when you start, if I'm like, bro, like, why did I test to see in this guy, fam? He was lethargic, he was lazy, like nah. But now I still think like but he's doing this thing.
no, he is, he is.
But Napa, I come back to one key point you mentioned there. Jesus obviously works hard for the team, and he's not just about his goal scoring ability, which we know he lacks. That he's not really the greatest finisher, but what he brings to the team, that energy, you know what I mean? Like you said, the dribbling is very dynamic as well. But one thing is Newcastle, they've got some financial issues with financial fair play that they're gonna face this summer, where they have to sell some players. Now, rumors are they have to perhaps sell
Isak,
Bruno or Isak. Would you take Isak at Arsenal next season?
definitely,
That's
especially
a good addition. Yeah,
but especially how he performed. Because you gotta see, bro, there's not many strikers around, fam. Like those areas where we had the Henri, the Drogbas, I think it's like your typical strikers. I think it's over. You know what I mean? Like Pep got this system where everyone's scoring. Your left backs are scoring. Even your goalkeeper sometimes are scoring as well.
mm.
You know what I mean? So having that striker where look at Pep here, bro. This guy, he's a smart guy. So he got everyone to believe here this flow in football where anyone can score, anyone can do this thing. But his cheat code is freaking Haaland, fam. And he got that guy where he may not even contribute to the game, but he's just there to bang goals. But then
Yeah,
he's making everyone to believe, you know what, the whole squad can score. You know what I
mm.
mean? That's what like that narrative is going around. Even the Burnley trying to play like City. You know what I mean? Even Crystal Palace are having that little passing around thing going on these days as well.
Yeah,
So I reckon if we get that striker where we know he's guaranteed us at least, double digits, a season, and then with what we've got going on with goals coming from other players as well, bro, we can. I reckon next season if Arsenal don't win the title, then I don't know in it, but then again, from my perspective, I can see a manager that will come to Arsenal and do a better job than Arteta. Considering with the players that we've got, it's like Arsene Wenger, like he creates players, he make
yeah,
players.
yeah,
But if you look at Jose Mourinho, Arteta, they are not Arteta, Pep, they buy squad, but Arteta's kind of building a squad, if that makes sense.
yeah. They're more like checkbook managers.
Yeah.
You know what, Napa? Yeah, you teed me off nicely there as well. I just want to ask you, yeah, you mentioned Oteta there.
Mm.
Like, it's got a similar story to Eric Ten Hag, where first 2 years he struggled. You know, some section of the fans actually wanted to get rid of him. He's come through that. You know, last season Arsenal challenged for the title. You fell away a little bit earlier. You know, some people saying you bottled it. You just see you have the squad depth. This
Mm-hmm.
season you're gonna take you all the way to the wire. Again, man,
Mm.
what's been your assessment of the manager Mikel Arteta this season?
Bro, the guy's amazing, man. It's a project. Like, it's for me, like I see, like you're building a business. If you want to become this multi-million business, you have to take years. It's not going to happen into like maybe like year one, unless you've got these heavy investors coming in. But then, if you've got these heavy investors coming in, what are you giving away? Are you giving a lot of shares away? Where at the end of the day, you may have this multi-million company going around, but you as a shareholder or the owner, you're not making much profit because you sold a lot of shares to reach there earlier. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it even like Man City, they build a squad up until they stop winning, and then they keep on going strong.
Yeah,
And then with Arsenal, even you look at our history, even like with our finances, what Arsene Wenger did to maintain that team to keep on going to the Champions League every season, building a stadium, paying it off, and then having players on salary cap, not spending too much, bro. That's like a proper management of business.
Yeah.
And then now you accumulate, now you're going past that phase. Now we're on the rebuilding stage. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
last season we done well. This season again, we can see consistency. Now we see, okay, we've made it this to advance. And I reckon either next year, the year after, we should see the fruits of our labor paying off. And if it doesn't, then we may have to, revisit some stuff. But the way Arteta is doing his thing, bro, like phenomenal. And then, as I said to you, I can't see another manager coming in to take over with the squad that we've got and then take it to the next level beside Arteta. Because even you see the Arsenal DNA, the way we play is more of a passing football. And then if you bring over, unless it's that Pep coming in, because is that similar style. But any other managers that will come in like direct long balls, it may not work for us because that's not a DNA.
I got that there. You made some great points, but I got a question for both of you, and you can answer it. I'd say Bigger, you go first.
Yeah.
Look, Arteta's been there a while now. Last year, like I said, the challenge fell away. They kind of bottled it there. They're gonna take it to the wire this season. Would you say if they don't win the league this season, considering the amount of money they've spent, would you say it's a failure?
To some Arsenal fans, it may be considered as a failure because, like you said, it's the money that they spent. They'll be looking at. They'll be thinking that this squad is good enough to compete for a league title that we've been challenging for a couple of years now, and we're not seeing the fruits of our labor. You know what I mean? Most managers don't get 5-6 year projects. You know what I mean? People, you're being judged on trophies or where does your team finish, the style of football. But it's like he said, Arteta has built a great team there, a good foundation, good style of play. That's what I believe Arsenal fans will give him the time because the football is, as it pains me to say this, but it's amazing sometimes. These guys are scoring 5-6 goals sometimes, you know what I mean? So that's what's going to give him the time, you know what I mean, to remain as the manager of Arsenal. So yeah, he'll get time. He will get time.
Yeah.
I just want to structure this, Napa. Sorry, I just want to structure this question a little bit different for you, Napa. So you're a business owner, you've seen everything, you know how everything goes. Now you're in year 4 of the project. It's going all right. It's going all right. You haven't reached the promised land yet. How long, as the business owner, would you stick with this manager before you, like you said, you reassess, you start looking at different options?
Because
If you don't win the league this season.
Yeah, like this season, whether we win the league or not, it's not gonna bother me as an owner of the club, right? Because I know, we qualify for Champions League, we're gonna get money off that, and then come also second, we're gonna get money off that too. So which is big money, right? But and if we look at the squad, we still don't have the squad depth that other, like, let's say for example, a City have. Does that make sense? Because even though you said we do, but the quality is not there. Like in Kettle, you know what I mean? Reece Nelson, like Smith Rowe, El Nani, like Cedric. Look at our benches. You know what I'm trying to say? The
Yeah.
first squad is good, but we need like the second that will come and support those roles. So if Saka's injured, who's coming on that's gonna have the same impact?
True.
Martinelli, we have him from Trossard. Vieira, when he comes, is he really going to do what Odegaard does?
Yeah, he hasn't
not.
really lived up to any
He seems a bit
expectations.
lightweight. He seems a bit of a lightweight.
Yeah, he needs to hit the gym. Jorginho, he also impressed me at the back end of the season. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But then again, he's more of a side player. I think he's very rigid. He can just control. But what Partey brings, that dynamic, fluid, moving about, and then creativity, perhaps he doesn't really have that. Does that make sense? But then I reckon, okay, if we go next year, then we look at maybe our B team or our bench, we got similar quality or even like close to. Then if that year we don't really do, but then again you go see other team also going to reinforce themselves. So but as an owner, of Arsenal, I'll give him 2 more years, 3 the max on this project to see a trophy.
Fantastic. Nice one. Napa, Big A, I just want to come into you now. Obviously, look, Napa is a business owner. He's giving us his assessment on Arteta. You now, as a business owner, you know, you put a project manager in place. Last year, he done all right.
Yeah.
Now, he built a few houses. Some of them, you know, the foundations are wrong, and you know, they have to knock them down and rebuild them. This season, all the foundations are wrong. Do you know what I mean? The houses ain't even built yet. Do you know what I mean? So do you get rid of this project manager, or do you blame the workers, the construction workers that are working in place at the moment? So with Eric Ten Hag, you know, I want your honest opinion on this one. There's a lot of rumors circulating, new owners in, Jim Ratcliffe putting new CEOs, chairman, scouts, medical staff all over the place. Everything's being replaced. Rumors are the whole squad are up for sale.
Yep.
Should the manager follow as well?
Absolutely. You gotta look at it from a business perspective. Like any new businessman that comes into something that he's bought or he's trying to invest, he always has his own people in mind. You don't keep the same rigid people in place. You know, you get rid of them. You give them, you know, their severance pay and then move on. You know what I mean? It's pretty obvious that Sir Jim Ratcliffe had a manager in mind or 2 managers in mind, because we was hearing names of, you know, Graham Potter and Gareth Southgate. You know what I mean?
Oh no, please.
But exactly. But because he's getting all these football people in place, they're the people that's probably going to sit down with him, tell him like, listen, this is the guy, etc., etc. So Eric Ten Hag, unfortunately for him, is going to be surface to requirement because of the new ownership that's taking place at United. Now, you said that all the players are up for sale. That's all talk, but action speaks louder than words for me. If they can sell at least 10 players, I'll be smiling. I'll be smiling. At least we can recoup some money off all them players. You know what I mean? Because this has been a failed system, a failed regime. Everything's failed, 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 failed. Our rivals have gotten stronger. We have gotten weaker. So there's something that seems to be failing here. Medical department failing. You know, your training facilities failing. Leakage in the stadiums. You know what I mean? Like we need to get our stuff together before we start looking at others. You know what I mean? So it pains me to see a team like Arsenal doing well. It pains me to see Man City, who's across the road, doing well. You know what I mean? Even Chelsea, they spend $1 billion, but wait, you know what I mean? They'll be good next year. Or they, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. You don't keep an Eric Ten Hag for me. It pains me to say it, but he needs to go.
Yeah, Eric Ten Hag needs to go. Look, we'll see what happens at the end of the season. He's got 3 games remaining. One is the FA Cup. You know, if he wins that, maybe he might buy himself another 2 or 3 months at the start of next season. We'll see how it goes now. Now, guys, I just want to come in. Look, we looked at the game. We looked at the squad. You know, you both clearly identify some key areas of the pitch. You know, players who are going to be key to that game tomorrow. Napa, I'm going to come to you first. Give me a prediction, score line, and what's the score gonna be, and who scores tomorrow?
I reckon it'll be 3-1.
Oh,
3-1 to the Arsenal.
oh
Yeah.
my
Who
God.
scores the goals? Who are the scorers?
I reckon Harvard will get one. Saka will get one.
Yeah.
Do you know what? My heart is saying Trossard will get one, but random, I think Rice might get another one. You know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mate.
So we got Saka, Harvard,
Harvard.
and Rice.
Rice. Big A, your prediction.
Yes. 2-2.
Oh.
2-2. I know for a fact
Ooh.
with that tiki taka style that they played, yeah, we're gonna succeed a few goals. I don't trust Onana. I don't trust that defense. I know that we're gonna leak goals. I'm just hoping that we can keep it to at least 2. And I could see a Garnacho scoring and Erasmus Hoyland.
2-2 or that. You know what? If that happens, man, listen. It's gonna be.
Big A.
Yeah.
Are you gonna fast tonight?
Hey, listen. He already started, man. He already started.
Because I can feel your energy dropping from here. That's
Hey, listen,
I miss.
listen. It's this game, man. Like I can't. It's in the back of my mind. Listen, you don't understand. Like my whole household's full of Arsenal supporters, so I can't bear the fact that you guys beating us and I gotta hear it from them. I gotta hear it from my phone book. Everyone's gonna be ringing me. No, just finish the game 2-2 so I can come here tomorrow and be happy. Then give my opinion. You know what I mean?
I feel you, bro.
All right, listen, look, I think, the keys, the longer that game stays 0-0, Arsenal get nervous. Do you know what I mean? We've seen this season, Arsenal against Aston Villa. If things are not going the way, they tend to bottle it in games. So I reckon if it's the 70th minute, 80th minute is 0-0, Arsenal might panic. They might start, some of the players, the doubt might start creeping in. And you never know, man. Like you said, Garnacho, someone might just step up. Because Manchester United have not lost against any other Big Six team apart from Manchester City. They've beaten Aston Villa. They've drew against Tottenham. So Napa, I know. I'm not gonna be fasting tonight. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna drink my water. I'm gonna eat my food. Yeah, but
Enzo,
it's Old Trafford. It's Old Trafford,
bro. Even my man your stadium is leaking, bro. Come on,
oh
bro.
man,
Bro, your own home is leaking, bro. And you're telling me you've got the gut to fight.
Hey, Big A, you see that? We bring him on here. He's bantering us, mate.
Hey, listen, listen, man. Hey, it gets like that sometimes, but we still have to fight, man. We can't let you come there and disrespect us. We gotta fight, man.
But
You know what I mean?
You know when someone has a 9 to 5, they're only going work to get paid, and then they have no desire to be at the workplace.
Yeah.
That's United players.
Ooh, that's a great analogy, actually.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's a
You know
good
what I
one.
mean?
It's a good one. The club are in a bad place at the moment.
But come back to me at full time tomorrow, then I'll agree with that analysis.
Let's just look at the table, bro.
You know what? Yeah, okay, it's like this, isn't it? I'm not making up excuses, but there's a lot that's gone into it why we are where we are in it. Let's park the bus a bit. You know what I mean? Let's not get into it. But you know what I mean? This will never happen again where we are on the table. It will never happen again. I'll tell you that.
Did it happen last season?
No.
Or the season before?
No.
No, we finished third last season, eh?
Yeah, finished third.
Finished third last season.
Under Ollie, we finished second.
Second, yeah.
Yeah.
There's been some good seasons. Now, guys, look.
Enzo,
go on.
Before you move on, bro,
Yeah.
I went to Old Trafford to watch United against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
I came back with a cramp. I don't know if you guys been to the stadium from them. Bro, what? Why?
Listen,
no, the club's been badly run for the last 10 years.
We've been saying it's been badly run, but like we said, the new owner's come in, he's putting things in motion, you know what I mean? But now it's about action. We need to see it, you know what I mean? It's all well and good as him saying this needs to be done, this player needs to go, etc., but it's all about action now. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? Do you know what United remind me of? You know when they say what goes around comes around? This is like a definition. When Arsenal was going through it,
Exactly.
You man's
right.
like, but now, hey, it's back on your side, man. Enjoy, brother.
It's true. We have to take the banner. I've been taking the banner for years. You know what I mean? Like,
but you know, Big A, I'm gonna do you a favor, yeah.
Yeah.
For this year, and United slack again next year, I'm gonna pay for your health insurance, and I'm gonna pay for your prescriptions.
Oh man!
Listen, like I said, I'm optimistic this manager won't be here next season, so I won't feel the pain that he's giving me this season, did it? So,
man, that's what, if next season happens again.
No, he's confident, He's confident.
I will pay for your health insurance and all your
no
prescriptions
problem. We mark the date in it, the 11th of May. This is the day that me and you had this conversation, and we'll come back this exact day, and we'll see where we both are. On the
Don't worry,
table.
don't worry. I'll pin this video. Yeah, these videos
Yeah,
stay up there until
yeah,
next season.
absolutely.
But I
Nice
never
one.
mind. I never mind doing a GoFundMe for you. You know.
This guy.
Hey,
Don't worry,
listen,
Big A.
man.
Big A, listen, he's failed his audition. He's not coming back on the channel, man. That is it, man.
Yeah, get him off. Get these Arsenal
He's,
fans
he's,
off.
not, he's not coming back here.
Yeah,
Listen. This is what we meant. Listen. I didn't speak to you about this. I told you, man. Are you sure you want to bring these Arsenal fans in? You're like, okay, let's bring an Arsenal fan in. See what's happening now, man.
Hey, listen, man. I'm used to the banter. I told you, I live with 5 of them, so I'm used to the banter. I'm used to it.
All right, listen, guys. Listen. We're running out of time. It's been a pleasure. Fantastic. So Napa is going for a 3-1 win for the Arsenal tomorrow. Big A is going for a 2-2 draw. I think it's gonna be 1-0 Manchester United. Yeah, call me a dreamer, but hey, whatever, man. But listen, it's been a pleasure today. Napa, final words from you. What's happening? What other process have you got going on in the future, etc., etc.?
No, just my property stuff, man. I've been working on 2 books, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, brother. I've been slacking on it.
Yeah.
I think one of them is the accessibility of accessing the person that I'm actually using as a motivation to write the book. The second one is just not having that drive. You know, it's like a musician, you gotta feel in tune with your project, especially when because that also helps like their creativity flow to come into it. But besides that, just working on property stuff, you know, helping people, mentoring people, buying my own projects. I've got 2 flips at the moment that's going through, and just looking to buy a moment.
All right, listen, man. We appreciate having you on the show today, and also you can also see Napa on the BBC as well. And you featured on Homes Under the Hammer, innit?
Yeah. I featured twice.
Yeah.
No, that was a big look, man. That was a big look.
That's a big look. Man. Big things, man. Do big things. Listen, all the links, all the info for Napa will be on the description below. This is one of his books here. Can you see that? Yeah, becoming the CEO of your life. And that's what we want for all of you guys. Becoming the CEO of your life, taking control of your own destiny. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it's all about.
That's a good title, isn't it?
100%.
Taking control of your own destiny. Hey, listen, man, you gotta put me on the publishings, man. give me a point on that. You gotta give me a point on that title, bro.
Bro, actually, that's my daughter's name, Destiny.
Destiny.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's touch on that. We've got a few minutes. Like, how's the new addition to the family, and how you coping with that?
Yeah, all good, my guy, man. All good, man. All good.
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
Congrats, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Listen, check out Napa on all his socials. He also does mentorship. We're gonna leave all the details on the description below, so make sure you go check him out. This is it from us. The big 2, the reaction, Enzo, Big A. We're back again after the game. Hopefully it's a United win, so we Napa won't have to pay for our health insurance next season. Do you know what I mean? Because we wanna stay healthy, man. We don't want no health problems, man. But Big A, man, any final words from you, Big A?
Hey, listen, man. Thanks for having me, man. Napa, it's always a pleasure, man. Listen, next time when you're available, come back on. We'll talk about all sports and hopefully get advice on certain properties as well, man. It was a good convo. Thank you for coming on. Thanks for having me, Enz. And hopefully tomorrow, like you said, a big win, man. And I can laugh at my sister's face.
I tell you why, yeah. Napa is also a big boxing MMA fan. So nice. One of these days we therefore come up here. We do a little preview for an MMA fight,
100%
boxing fight. Napa is big on that as well. So yeah, definitely we'll have Napa more come on the platform as well.
And Islam.
That's a good shout. And that's in a good time because they're fighting in Abu Dhabi. So that's a daytime. That's a daytime fight for us as well. Nice and early. We don't need to wake up early in the morning as well. So yeah, we'll definitely come back for that. Listen, everyone, look, if you haven't liked the video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share the link. Do you know what I mean? EMGM Sport, we're coming, we're taking over. This is what it's all about. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. We'll see you soon.
Peace.
Peace.
Love.